Let's talk about falling in love and the euphoria and what you say, the enchantment.
Yes. So I kind of hope that everyone has an opportunity to experience one of those enchantments, because it really is a lofty, expansive, amazing experience to be head over heels in love with somebody. And during that period of time, a couple of things are happening. First of all, there's something about the lock and key fit with certain people that we meet where there's just something about them that just seems to be what we've always longed for. It's like the missing piece. Or when we're with them, they evoke something out of us that it is sort of blossoms and comes into being. And we love that. And during that period of time, there's an enormous amount of dopamine that is being pumped.
Is that what it is?
So we're drunk on love.
Oh, love drunk.
We are love drunk.
That's addictive.
It can be very addictive for people who want to do that over and over. And you'll meet those people. They will get into a relationship and they'll stay there for about 1 or 2 years. And
they
then
like honeymoon phase.
They like the honeymoon phase.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that fades, they move on. They rinse and repeat. But they also
usually rinse and repeat.
Yes, it's like being in a washing machine. The problem is that they probably are repeating the drama as well.
Yeah.
Because it is inevitable after that first phase of love, which Dorothy Tennov termed limerance. It's a pretty word, limerance.
What does that mean?
Sparkly. We can just talk into the night. We can't keep our hands off of each other. You're everything I've always longed for. And you're looking at me like I'm the most wonderful person in the world. And of course, I feel wonderful because you think I am. And I'm looking at you. I think you're the most wonderful person in the world. So we're all on our best behavior. And what happens over time is as the dopamine starts to fade and we become more familiar with what I call the rest of the cast, which is those other inner characters that live in us that we don't initially see when we're falling in love, then we get a little bit disenchanted. So that's actually when the real relationship starts. It's kind of like we've now taken a 360-degree walk around this person that we're so enamored of, enchanted by, and the enchantment is broken, and now we have reality. So now you have the raw materials of what you're actually going to really build a relationship with. And that's where the fun begins, the creativity begins, and the work begins.
You're calling the work fun?
Well, you know what? I hear you, Kerry. For a lot of people, see, then you have a fork in the road. You can either engage in a process of personal and interpersonal growth, or you can go into the struggle and anguish phase. A lot of people that I work with in couples therapy have gone into the struggle and anguish phase, and they're sitting on my couch in front saying, either we've fallen out of love, or we're living parallel lives, or we can't talk without arguing, all these kinds of things. Or there's been a betrayal, and I have no idea who you are anymore.
Mm-hmm. The Swamplands of Love.
Yes, the Swamplands of Love.
What does that mean?
The Swamplands of love are the tactics and strategies that people use to try to get back to that early stage of limerance.
Limerance.
They're trying to get back to that magical time. And they do all sorts of things. They complain. They just get involved. They nag. They criticize, they judge, they withdraw out of self-protection if they're, someone with a more avoidant pattern.
Is this the you never take me anywhere anymore kind of attitude? Okay.
Yes. You used to be wonderful. We used to have sex all the time. Yeah. Now we never have sex.
Yeah.
You obviously are not interested in me anymore, but with that kind of a tone.
Yeah, sure.
The Swamplands of Love answers a question that I had later in the podcast about why we're the meanest to the people we love the most.
Yes. We often, there's 2 reasons. Number one, if it's a super safe relationship and we feel kind of secure in the love, we can actually be our worst selves and they'll still stick around.
Oh.
And that's an awful thing because we should show up as our best selves with the people we love. But sometimes people are like, I can't do this at the office, but I can sure do it at home. So I can throw that 2-year-old hissy fit here.
Yes.
And the other thing is that the swamplands are kind of a place of confusion.
And then the misbegotten solutions are where you make errors in trying to find those solutions.
You actually do things that only make matters worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody does that. You work that way.
Yeah.
You know,
we all fall
guilty.
into that.
Yeah, we all do.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the full interview on the right side of the screen. Want to see more of Kerry's interviews? Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of her latest shows. And as always, thank you for watching.